Hey guys, I'm doing this video because I actually did this earlier and I realized it was pretty much all out of focus because it's really hard to actually talk about something, point at something, and then try to look at the screen on your video camera at the same time. So I'm going to try to do a better job this time around. And I feel that I didn't do enough justice to this particular hobby and show the fine details on many of these things. So what you're looking at is 10 years of collecting 1/6 scale firearms, meaning they're 6 times smaller than the real thing. And it looks like a lot here is one thing, but if you spread it out over a decade, I didn't spend too much money on it. I actually stopped collecting these in around 2019, about a year ago. This being filmed in late 2020. But I'll go over the history, of some of these brands and tell you which brands to look for if you're interested in getting involved with this hobby. So doing some research, Hot Toys. You might be familiar with them nowadays. They make a lot of action figures for like movies, the Avengers and Batman and all that stuff. They make 6 scale action figures. And some of these guns are from Hot Toys. Hot Toys as a company started in the year 2000, so 20 years ago. So one of the early Hot Toys I have is this thing. It's a laser aiming module. This black thing here. Let's focus, right? All right. Pretty crude by today's standards. And Hot Toys, when they started out, they just did like civilians, like police and military figures. They didn't really have any sci-fi stuff because 20 years ago, it wasn't really popular to have these digitally animated superhero movies. The Avengers didn't come out till a lot later. So the licensing for sci-fi movies wasn't as common. So this company started doing like military and police figures. So this is, I think, like a concept laser aiming module, but mold-wise, it's not very great. But anyways, uh, another company that came along later is Dragon Models Limited, or DML, and they're still around, I think. They made really, by today's standards, clumsy-looking action figures. And this here is from DML, or Dragon. It's an MP5 in a suitcase. And it actually, for me, it's not bad. It's got printed on details, but by today's standards, it's pretty bad. There's a company now that makes a new MP5 in a suitcase called Damn Toys, and just look at the photos of the thing. It's so much better nowadays. So these companies, Hot Toys is still around, and they've gotten better. So let's see, something from Hot Toys of more recent. Well, this isn't the best example. This is a flamethrower from the Alien movie. Ripley used this in the first Alien movie, this white thing, and that's from Hot Toys. So you can see, at least here is a fine molding mesh there compared to earlier where there weren't really fine intricate details molded into the plastic. Most of these are plastic, by the way, but there are some wood and metal ones. So Hot Toys as a company is good if you're interested in the sci-fi action figures or movie stuff, and this is my section here. These three are from the Aliens movies, but they don't look very good by today's standards because these figures came out a long time ago. And if you look up the prices of these, you might realize that this is a really expensive hobby. And partially is because someone broke up an action figure set to sell this gun. So in 2020, a lot of these figures are like $100 to $300, and so if you're gonna break up a $300 action figure, the one gun in that set is gonna cost a lot of money. So it is possible to buy individual guns. Some of them are sold individually. Like these are some Chris Vectors, and they're by Damn Toys. And these are fairly recent. Maybe they came out last year in 2019 or something, or 2018. Very crisp details. And the stock folds, the magazines come out, the optics can be removed and swapped to other guns. So a lot of these guns, at least the ones being sold today, you can actually break them down into their constituent parts like a real firearm. Like these rifles here, maybe like this. You could actually take apart the shroud, the barrel, the magazine, the receiver. All this stuff can be taken apart like a real rifle. Okay, I'm trying to keep the focus and check here. So another brand that's still around. It's called Soldier Story. And so by name alone, they make action figures of soldiers. And they cover old soldiers like World War II through modern day soldiers. So here's a wood and metal Thompson Tommy gun. So this is genuine wood and some sort of formed sheet metal, just like a real Tommy gun. It's a sheet metal magazine. And this one I think actually comes with brass bullets you can put into the magazine. And you can cock the mechanism back. There's actual stamping. Hopefully that can show up here. Let me focus. Yeah, you can see the stamped, just like the real Tommy gun. You'd have like the manufacturer's information there. So it's pretty impressive detail going on. Another company that gets involved with metal and wood guns is Dragon and Dreams, which is the high-end version of that MP5 suitcase I showed you. But they're listed as DID most often in like eBay listings, DID, Dragon and Dreams. And so this is an M14 World War II rifle. This is a real wooden stock and metal parts, but DID paints their stock so it hides a lot of the wood grain. It's not very good compared to like a stained wood grain, like up here. So I'm not sure why DID chooses to do that. But it is real metal and wood. But I feel that Soldier Story does a much better job. I'll show you another rifle here. This is an M1 Garand by Soldier Story. You know, it's got the wood grain if you look really close. Let me try to focus here. Alright, so you can see the wood grain of the real wood. And let's see. I'm going to try to move the... Can't really do it, sorry. But anyways, you can actually move the action back and forth. And there was a clip kind of like this. It's gone up here with real brass bullets that can go in there. You know, this is rolled metal, real wood. This could be, I'm not sure. I think I could have bought this off AliExpress. There was a company called Ti-lite, but they went out of business a few years ago. They did this gun and this, but this is Soldier Story. So Ti-lites are hard to come by, but if you go on eBay or AliExpress, you can pick up wood and metal guns still, and they're just as good quality. Like, pretty sure I picked this one up off AliExpress, and the quality of that one is just as good as Ti-lite or Soldier Story. So, okay. So yeah, their prices are justified, I guess, to me, because they have real metal pieces and metal brass bullets, and the actions can slide back. And like, look at this knife. I mean, that could actually cut you. It's a steel knife, bayonet. All right, so that's another brand to look out for, Soldier Story. And so they do modern weapons as well. Here's an older one. It's an M4, I believe. That's an older Soldier Story. One of these G36s, I think, is from Soldier Story. But honestly, I get them all confused because the quality is similar between Soldier Story and the most prominent brand is called Damn Toys. Damn Toys makes modern warfare figures. So modern militaries, and they also, but not just like Americans, but they do Russian militaries and Chinese militaries. So like this is a Chinese SMG. And sorry, try to keep the focus. This is, I think, a QBU-88, which is a Chinese sniper rifle. So that's by Damn Toys. Damn Toys has a couple different brands. One brand is called Gangster's Kingdom, and Gangster's Kingdom is their action figure line that has comical appearances to real movie actors. So they'll take like Danny Trejo or Vinnie Jones, you know, movie stars that are very associated to playing characters as gangsters or criminals or badasses, and they make action figures of them. And so very often, being gangsters, they have pimped out guns. So this is a pimped out MP7 from that line. This is a pimped out, I think it's I forget what this is, Tech 11? DC9? No, I think it's a DC9. I could be wrong on the gun, but it's gold, right? So that's a pimped out version. But within the regular lines, this would be their regular one, you know, it's just gray. Another brand within Damn is called Very Cool Toys, I think. VCF, and another one is called VTS, or Virtual Toys. And the reason why I believe those are all the same company is if you look at these SIG MPXs, these three are identical molds. But this gold one is a different brand than this one, and it's a different brand from that one. I honestly don't remember which one is which. One is DAM, one is VCF, and one is VTS. But they're the same, identical SMGs. But this is a fairly recent mold, so I'm going to try to get the focus here. Whereas older guns just had tampo printing, this literally has the printing engraved into the plastic. So the mold literally has the engraving like the real gun would have. So those are some of the advancements going on in this industry. Also, a lot of magazines now are translucent, whereas 20 years ago, all the magazines were just opaque black plastic. But this one here, yeah, you can see the translucency and the bullets inside. So they're getting better, all these brands. Let's see here. There's a company called Flagset that's been around for a while. And Flagset is a cheaper brand than, say, DAM Toys. And when they first started, their stuff wasn't great. Here's an earlier one, this red one. I like it. It wasn't expensive, but some of the details just don't look as crisp as the other ones. But they've been learning, and like this is now a Tabor, I think it's an Israeli gun. The details of this one are much better, but this is a much newer mold. So Flagset is a decent brand to go with as well. Here's an interesting gun. I'm just going to switch topics. This is a corner shot, and I think this is from DAM Toys as well. And what the corner shot does is it takes a pistol, I just put in this Glock, and it bends at 90 degrees and you can shoot it around corners. I think there's a movie with Angelina Jolie that used this. For some reason I feel like she was in a convenience store and the movie was called Salt and she shot around a corner with it. I could be wrong. That's just what's going on in my mind, but I might be delusional. Gangster's Kingdom again. Here's some gangster like 1911 pistols that never existed in the real world. To my knowledge, they never existed. But Gangster's Kingdom just makes up these fictional but nice looking weapons. So let's see, Hot Toys again. Here's an old one, but it's pretty favored in my opinion. It's a P90. So what's nice about this gun is it's a bullpup design. So it's a full-length action and a full-length barrel, but it's set back, so it's a really short rifle overall compared to a normal length rifle, right? Look at the normal length rifle compared to this one. So it's a compact rifle basically. But the P90 is really cool because this magazine, let's see, you can see the bullets in there. They're perpendicular to the body, and when they feed into the gun, they rotate 90 degrees before feeding into the gun. So I think that's a cool design. I don't think it really took off in military or police service, but cool idea, I think, anyways. I can remember let's see, I tend to remember the sci-fi guns more, or things associated with movies. So one of the early guns I purchased was this shotgun from Hot Toys. The movie Predators with Adrian Brody, he had this gun in that movie. It's an automatic shotgun. So that was the first time I had ever seen an automatic shotgun. And then I found out there was actually a toy of it, and so I bought it, and that kind of spurred me into collecting a lot of these guns a long time ago. Here are the other shotguns. I'm holding this camera way above my head, so I apologize if it's not focused. But like I can't even touch the top of this cabinet. And that, you might wonder what this cabinet is. It's a bulletin board cabinet. So, think back to your school days. They have a bulletin board with a bunch of papers thumbtacked in. This is a giant bulletin board, and I use these little needles here, or push pins, and I just spray painted them black so they don't show up as much against mostly black guns. So it's a really, I think, a neat way. I usually have glass. They're sliding glass doors, but I took them off because they would just have too much reflection. Okay, so let's see. Let's talk about some other ones that I really enjoy. Well, let's go into this section here. The pistols. Some brands I haven't talked about yet are Easy Simple. I think Easy Simple is the main brand, but they have people that contract out work, and one of them is called MSE, which I think, boy, I forget what the acronym stands for. I apologize. Another one is GWG, which is Green Wolf Gear, and then another one is called General's Armory. General's Armory. I think they're all made by Easy Simple. But anyways, these two 1911s are made by one of those brands, and I think really this is definitely one of the best brands in the business as far as the detail goes. If you look here, sorry, it's hard to look beyond my video camera. This chrome one is a baby doll Hot Toys. Baby doll from the movie Sucker Punch. So look at the detail of this Hot Toys, and then look at the detail of this pistol. Quiet, cat. So much better. And you know, most of these guns, the actions move. You can slide the action back. The magazine will come out. You can't pull the trigger though in most of them. I say most. I'll talk about one that actually does. This is a Hot Toys Joker. So again, the detail isn't as good. I think Hot Toys as a company, you know, they nowadays in 2020, they mostly do movie-related figures. So Batman and Avengers and all the sci-fi stuff. But I don't think they have gun experts at the company, or they just don't care about the super detail in guns. Although I will say, I think this is a Hot Toys from Deadshot, from one of those DC movies, and that's a really good Christmas. I like it. You can see the three-dimensional text engraved in the muzzle there. Let's see if I can focus on that. Yeah, see, it says something. Wii 7, Wii 8 or something? New 8? I don't know. It's actually hard to see with the naked eye because these things are so small. Look at my finger compared to that pistol. Okay, so let's see. Some Desert Eagles. This one is from Gangster's Kingdom or Damn Toys, so it's pimped out. This black one, I think, this regular grayish one, I think is from Hot Toys. And then VTS Toys, which is like Damn Toys, did this black one. And then this gold one is from ACI, I believe, from a long time ago. They're not around anymore. This gun was maybe $10 back then. Not so bad. Soldier Story again. This is a Chinese pistol of some sort. I think it's more like a Cold War era pistol. I have a cat in case you haven't noticed that sound. Whole bunch of SIGs. SIGs and Glocks are the most popular. Well, SIGs, Glocks, 1911s are the most popular pistols because those were most common in service today. This is from the Terminator movie. So Arnold was holding this in one of the movies. It's just a giant alongside 1911. That one's from Hot Toys. Oh boy, I forget who made this, but this is all metal. Sorry, I forget. Can't help you there. This is a Gangster's Kingdom, so it's a little bit pimped out. Okay. I think this is... I don't know. I don't want to guess and throw out random companies. Here's a Hot Toys Red Skull from one of the Avengers movies. So this is like a Captain America movie, I think, and Red Skull had this pistol. This is a Hellboy gun. Lightsaber, Luke or Rey's lightsaber. This is Hot Toys. This Kylo Ren is Hot Toys, and this is a really detailed one here. So they've gotten better. You can see the crispness there. This is also Hot Toys. It's a Rey's blaster from her first movie, I think. I think this is from Resident Evil or something. This is RoboCop's gun. So this is by Hot Toys as well. And this one I think is metal. Feels like it's metal. This gold one is the only 3D printed one I picked up off of Shapeways. Shapeways.com. They have all sorts of 3D printed stuff, you know, whether you want a coffee mug or toys. And James Bond, if you know that guy, he did a bunch of there's a bunch of movies, and there's an old movie called The Man with the Golden Gun, and Scaramanga is the bad guy, so there's an S here. This is a cigarette case, a Colibri lighter, and some sort of gold pen. And Scaramanga assembled the three to kill someone. So the movie was called A Man with the Golden Gun. Hot Toys did this blaster. I think this is Luke's blaster from Star Wars. This is VTS. It's supposed to be a pistol from Judge Dredd, or from that line. Although I think it was a female action figure. If you remember the 1989 Batman movie, when the Joker, he pulled out this massive long pistol, and so that's the pistol from that movie. And this is the same pistol, well, the same action figure, but he also carried a normal length gun. So this is when Jack Nicholson played the Joker in Batman. This, I believe, is Gangster's Kingdom as well. This one has real brass bullets you can put into the chambers there. This is a Hot Toys Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. Hot Toys Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. These two are Damn Toys, and they're from Assassin's Creed, one of those Assassin's Creed characters. This is a DID again, so it's wood and metal pieces, but again, you can't even see the wood grain because I think they painted the wood, which is a real shame. Let's see. So again, if I zoom in on this revolver, you can see the engraved lettering, the Raging Judge Magnum. Here's a Ghostbusters. I forget who made this. I just picked it up loose in some random used toy shop. But it's a working like ghost mechanism, ghost box, Ghostbusters catch box. Okay, so this is my little section of Russian. Kalashnikovs, AK-74, AK-47s. So this is Damn Toys, I believe. I think that's Damn Toys as well. This gold one though, I don't know who made that one, sorry. This is Damn Toys. This is just some cheap random brand, but I just thought it was funny. It came with a clown character. I picked it up loose though. I think this is Easy Simple. So look at the detail of this thing. The skeletonized barrel shroud, the translucent magazine, the fine printing on the flashlight up there. And let's see, if we look in there's the bolt, you know, you can close the door for the ejection. Oh, darn it, I want to show you the bolt move. Let me try a different gun. Alright, so let's see, here's a golden bolt, and you know, you can pull the action back. If I can get my finger around it. Yeah, there you go. See, this one actually is spring loaded, but it won't lock in place. I think this is one of the General's Armory, which I believe is manufactured by Easy Simple, but it's listed under General's Armory. Okay. This is a Hot Toys Deadshot. So they've gotten better, Hot Toys, because you can see the nice printing, but the crispness of this optic just simply isn't as good as Easy Simple. It's kind of muted. Okay. Dragon, that really old company. This is one highlight I picked up used somewhere. This is an all metal Panzerfaust or something. I think it's World War II, and it shoots this grenade at tanks, but it's all metal, I think. You know, I don't know. It's hard to say, but this looks like it's metal because it looks very thin. Okay, so just some random grenades and Molotov cocktail. Come on, focus. All right. All right, some big guns here. This is from Soldier Story, and this is a whole 50 cal is made out of metal. Even the cooling canister here, the water cooling canister. This RPK is from Damn Toys. There was an old company, it's no longer around. It's called Barrack Sargent, I think, and that's what these two LMGs, M240s, are. And then this is a Damn Toys M240 or some, I don't think it's an M240, but it's in that family. Grenade launcher, I think this, forget it, I don't know. I forget who made that. Okay. MC Super Toys made this. It's pretty good. I like it. Some sort of grenade launcher. Okay. This is Easy Simple, I think. It's a M14 sniper rifle. I mean, look at the detailing here. Right? Openness. And again, you can break this whole rifle apart if you want to take the barrel out, that kind of stuff. I don't really do that though. Okay, so these pimped out rifles with all this skeletonization of shrouds, it's very common. It would be Easy Simple, MSE, GWG, or General's Armory. Okay, this is an old brand called Beaufort. They're long gone, but they did a decent enough job that I keep this in my collection. I forget who made this. This is also an old brand. I don't know. I forget. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much my collection. I hope I focused it better this time around. But you can hopefully catch all these nice details that they put in these little guns. And if you look up the pricing on eBay, at least, you might say that's absolutely insane. You know, I personally have started collecting 1/64 scale die-cast cars. I can get 5 of them for the price of one of these now. But again, the rationalization is they might be breaking up a very expensive action figure set to sell you that one gun. And I think another reason is, in a lot of countries, you can't actually own real firearms. But if you're a firearm fan, these very much look like the real thing. I mean, look at this detail. The printing, right? So, and I really like these pimped out ones. Crazy graphics, a skull graphic. I mean, that thing does slide back, but I just have it compressed to fit into this cabinet. Alright. Yeah, so like I was saying, if you can't own real guns, maybe that's why these are being sold for so much, because people are willing to pay, you know, $20 or $30 for a miniature of a real gun instead of owning the real thing, which might not be possible. And or, you know, if you're buying real guns, that's going to add up a lot. This is my very last purchase, I think. I think this is very cool. And look how skeletonized the whole body is. It's pretty cool. I like it. And that magazine with the honeycomb pattern. So guns are getting really crazy. Everything's getting really crazy. You know, supercars look crazy. Guns look crazy. Sneakers look crazy. The world's so detailed. But there's something to be said about simpleness. You know, a simple classic rifle. Okay guys, so hopefully this video is better. I'm going to check it out. If it's clearer than the last one, I'm going to just delete the last video and leave this one up. If you guys have any comments, feel free. Alright, take care guys.